All is Atum. All is Atum. All is Atum is what the theme will be. So when I first thought about All is Atum, I thought to myself, well, that would have to be provable. The Egyptians just wouldn't say All is Atum and just leave it at that and just have some enigmatic aphorism, maxim that no one could understand, and it's just, hypothetical, theoretical, conceptual, and it's not a real thing. Well, I thought to myself, no, it's got to be real. If all is Atum, and other cultures have similar expressions, like in India, all is Om, and I think they have a derivation of that, which is all is Atma. Well, when you think of Atma and Atum, you see that they are the same word. So I put it to the test, and I thought to myself, well, if all is Atum, that means Atum must be a word which designates or which stands in for everything. It has to be the human being, it has to be the solar system, it has to be the atom, it has to be all other things, like it has to be a country, it has to be a nation, it has to be a town, it has to be all things, it has to be all words. So that's the way I treated it, and that's the way I'm going to present All is Atum. I'm going to show that everything is in fact atomic, because that's what they were trying to say. The Greeks echoed this as well. Every culture has always spoken about the atom being the model, the unit of all things physical, material in the world. So that's how I'm going to approach it. I'm going to be talking about the etymological model, rather than calling it the atomic model, the etymological model, because it is logical and it has everything can be derived from the true model of the atom. So first and foremostly, we're going to learn what an atom really is and what it is not. And that might sound a bit pretentious to most people, thinking, hey, I'm just a musician, really. I think that's the most consistent and stable thing that I've done up until syncretism turned up in my life. I think the most consistent and long-lasting thing I've ever done is music. So how's a musician with no PhDs and no accreditations and whatnot going to do that, when already civilizations, nations, and entire volumes of books have been spoken about the atom and how it works, etc. The atom, turns out, is sonoluminescence, sound and light. Here's a new word that a lot of people are using, sonoluminescence. Well, this is what an atom is. Without going into exactly how I'm going to be extrapolating from the model of the atom to teach all things, suffice to say that it is sound and light. And so once you understand this, and then you use the model to be able to teach every other thing and connect it to every other field, the more your model penetrates into all other teachings, the more it is accurate. So, not only am I going to be spending a lot of time on the correct model, which is etymological and astrological, by the way, I'm also going to be teaching the method, the model and the method. There is a method to be able to teach. Once you know the true model, then you need to use the true method. And the method I use is the sine wave, the ecliptic. So we're going to just be extrapolating from the model the sine wave which it produces, and from there we're going to show how you can penetrate every other field of knowledge, of science that is known to man through the ecliptic method. So I also call it ecliptic science or ecliptic method. So what we're going to have is the correct model. Now that's a big statement to make, but most people who are intelligent will be able to fathom that the model is correct, and we're going to be teaching and seeing the method as well. I have hundreds of slides, PowerPoint slides, that I've not released yet, and they will all be focused on the one word Atum. There will be other two words as well. They will be the hyperbola and the torus field. And I've reduced those words to bull and tor. So there'll be three words, a trinity of words, which will be the root of all words. Atum, tor from torus field, and bull from hyperbola or hyperbola. And those are the three words. Now, for the smart people out there that have done a lot of research into magnetism and energy, etc., they will know what a torus is and what a hyperbola is. As for the presentation, I'll just drop another little gem. There will be a new way of teaching syncretism for me. So I'm going to be using, well, I'll share that with people. The new way, if you want to really have something to meditate on, grab a astrological chart and have a look at that chart, because that is the key. It's the key to understanding everything etymological. So I'll leave it at that. I have hundreds and hundreds of slides. The presentation will be from 11 to 4.
We want to get a full room. So there's 100 seats. That's our max capacity. And so we really want to get as many people in there as possible. And this is a great event space. And if you're in the Los Angeles area especially, and you're on to syncretism and Santos' teachings, please come. Please be there and meet us, and then it's going to be great.
All is Atum.
Love it. Love it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All is Atum.
Grab your tickets now while you still can at allsatum.eventbrite.com. For more details and information, visit the Allsatum Eventbrite page or universaltrueschool.com.
All is Atum.
All is Atum.